All right, so this door is a traditional interior door. No lock or no punch on the outside, no lock on the inside. This is to a broom closet, and it holds dog treats, so forth and so on. Vacuum cleaner, no need to lock that. So what we'll do, we'll go through the same process as we did with the powder room. We'll take these screws off first, and that way they're off. 2 screws on the back. This will come apart, and we pull the striker out. Then we will reverse that order, put the striker in first, and then we'll put the 2 handles on. I've already installed the plate, and it's already done. You saw that on the other video, and it's very simple. 2 screws in, 2 screws out. But we'll take this one out here. Like I said, we're going to take these 2 screws out, take the 2 off the back of the interior, and we'll get them out, and then we'll pull the door apart, and then we'll put the pieces back in reverse order, put the striker plate in, both knobs, tighten it down here, screw it in there, and everything should be good to go. If it doesn't make contact with the striker plate like it should, I'll show you how I have fixed the striker plate on a previous one that we have done upstairs. Is I've had to cut away with this with a utility knife, and I've had to move the plate down, and so it comes in contact with the striker. Now, some of it has to do with how old your house is. So this house here is a little bit older. It could have settled, and so my door could have sagged, or hinge could be weak on the door. But anyway, so if this striker doesn't hit the plate where it wants to, it won't shut properly. So I always have to come back and adjust this striker plate. I don't want to bend hinges or break them, take the risk of breaking them. So I like to adjust right here in the striker plate. It's not seen, it's just the inside of a door casing. Everything else is seen. The hinges are on this door. They're on the outside, as you can see right there. So I don't want to damage them hinges because they can be seen. And that's how I like to do it. Now, if you find a better way to do it, then that's great. But I like to do the same thing over and over when I'm taking out, adding doorknobs and or door handles, knobs, whatever. I like to do it the same way. So we'll begin taking this one out. Comes apart just that easy. And like I said, I put them back together so they're not rolling all over the place in 2 separate pieces, and I'll have them set to the side. Take out the striker. Here we go. And that's what the inside of your striker looks like. If you have never looked at that or installed one of these before. So hopefully when we get this one put in, you'll feel more comfortable installing some doorknobs or door handles and strikers and the striker plate that we showed on the other video. So hopefully this will help you more comfortable. That will save you some labor if you're hiring somebody to come in and start installing doorknobs or door handles. Like I said, it took me about 10 minutes to do, and all I have in it is the parts that my wife bought, and we just installed it. So we've cut down on the labor cost, which, who knows what people charge to labor rates to put in door handles. So, all right, we'll reverse it like we did. I've got the stuff here laid beside me with my new striker. See, it's black, or the matte bronze color. It goes in here just like that. Fits right into that well. And then we have the handles. Now, if I were to put the handles in this way, when I went to go shut the door, the inside handle would hit against the door casing. So in this case, it's got to be flipped over so the handles are facing down. That way they're both on the inside. I got my one that I put through. It's got little guides where your screws are going to be placed. And then the one for the outside. And there they go. Just that simple to fit on there. So all I got to do now is put my 2 screws in here. And my 2 screws for this one right here, they're on the outside. Or I could change these around, but I don't want my handles upside down. So the 2 screws for this one right here, they're on the outside of the door, on the outside of the handle. So, and we'll put the screws back in. Set your drill or your screwdriver, however you want to do it, to drive. Ease those in, not all the way, because in case you got to make some adjustments. And then we'll put the ones on the outside in. There we go. Start them hand tight. Now this door handle here is sticking. So what I have to do is make my adjustments on these back 2 screws. So I set it to reverse. Now look at that. Now it does not. So that's all I had to do. If you put these in here too tight, it binds your striker. So it won't, you go to press it down, it'll just stick when you take your hand off of it. So now that I take my hand off of it, it comes back to the proper location. And then we shut the door. And of course, now this door here, now I have to adjust the striker plate because it doesn't fit. So 1 or 2 things could have happened here. Like I said before in the video, it could be that the door has sagged. Oops, sorry about that. It could be that the door has sagged, and if that's the case, my striker plate is hitting the striker's hitting just a little bit low on the plate, so it needs to come up about 3/16 of an inch. So what I'm going to have to do is take this striker plate off. I'm gonna have to take a utility knife and just cut away about 1/16 of an inch first, and I'll move the plate down. And if that doesn't work, then I'll cut another 1/16, and that should make this door fit. There should be no issues then. So, like I said, I shut the door. We've got all our pieces on. Shut the door, and it's hitting just a little bit low on the striker where it doesn't want to shut. So, we'll adjust the striker, and I'll bring you along for that one here in just a minute. I got to get a utility knife and just a couple other tools I need for this striker plate. See you in just a minute.